good on the Ottawa Senators for saying thank you to their faithful for the past support and in the hope that they'll trust in the uncertain future. The major advertisements in newspapers, along with the radio and TV spots paying credit where credit is due in advance of Saturday's Fan Appreciation Night in the regular season finale against Columbus, do send the right message. If fans trust that the Senators will follow through on their pledge to eventually spend near the salary cap, that's still on owner Eugene Melnyk to prove. There is still a long road ahead. If the fans can see the light at the end of the long tunnel, we'll get to Carolina Hurricanes comparisons in a moment, there is promise. Yet given all the negatives the organization has been through since last April, who wants to play word association with the topics Carlson, Hoffman, Stone, Duchesne, Zingle, Melnyk, Boucher, 2019 NHL entry draft, et al., it's the fans who deserve a round of applause for continuing to show up at Canadian Tire Centre and or continuing to pay attention and ask hard questions about what's coming next in the rebuild. The Senators don't always like to hear it, but criticizing this move or that decision or the messaging behind it all, after hearing from different front office voices, fans are still unclear on whether the Senators did or didn't want to keep Mark Stone and Matt Duchesne. Does illustrate passion for the product. It sure as hell beats apathy. After all, without the fans there is nothing. The Senators are doing themselves a disservice if they're not listening to what is being said from season ticket holders, former season ticket holders who have become casual fans and former casual fans who have now slipped into the wait-and-see camp. In the short term, the pain will get worse. We'll learn Tuesday just how high the lost draft pick to the Colorado Avalanche in the 2017 Matt Duchesne trade will be, but that also amounts to crying over spilled milk. The pick is long gone and the Avalanche are sitting pretty with both a playoff spot next week and the potential first overall selection in late June. What Senators general manager Pierre Dorion did gain by pushing the pick to this summer, however, was the acquisition of Brady Tkachuk as the fourth overall selection last summer. It will be fun to compare top three picks, Rasmus Dahlin, Andrei Svechnikov and Jesperi Kotkaniemi, to Tkachuk for the rest of their careers, but for now Tkachuk has all the makings of being the Senators' future captain. At 19, he has already earned the respect of veterans and kids, the fellow youngsters on his own team, along with the next generation of Senators fans, and is becoming a blessing for a franchise that needed as much positive news as it could get during the season. He has survived, even thrived, heading into the season finale, with 22 goals and 45 points, second among rookies on both counts. If and when Drake Batherson, Logan Brown, Philip Klapik and Alex Formenton make the jump to the NHL, Tkachuk can help show the way given everything he has gone through in his rookie season. For all that, it's the defense that has the makings of being the Senators' long-term strength. If you buy the argument that having a ready supply of solid, mobile defensemen is a key to success in the modern-day NHL, hello, Hurricanes and a bunch of jerks who will be the Cinderella story of the first round of the playoffs, the Senators should be well-stocked in 2 or 3 years. The key here is to pay players their market value when the time is right and to exercise as much patience as possible with prospects amid what could be a few more difficult seasons. In the former case, Thomas Chabot needs to be given a long-term extension this summer, a first indication to the fans that management is indeed putting its money where its mouth is in talking about keeping top talent. In the latter case, the organization must be careful not to rush Erik Brannstrom too soon. Without question, the past season has been a roller coaster ride for the young Christian Blue Liners, Jaros and Wallinen, and Max LaJoie. Fans should welcome the hunt for a president of hockey operations to take the load off general manager Pierre Dorion. The NHL's involvement in the process is a sign that the league isn't pleased with the dark cloud that has existed. There are countless questions for a management team to chew on. First up is the coaching situation. Can interim coach Mark Crawford lead a youth movement? Or, perhaps, serve as a short-term bridge before allowing current assistant Chris Kelly to take over? Does the experienced Belleville coach Troy Mann has had with Batherson, Brown, Klapik, Wallinen and potential goaltenders of the future Marcus Hogberg and Philip Gustafsson play into his chances of earning the head coaching job? A voice from outside could offer a different perspective on the coaching front and/or have ideas on how best to manipulate the roster in the short term to stay above the salary cap floor. In terms of big-picture finances, Melnyk has said that he could be open to taking in a partner. Melnyk has no history of sharing, but an influx of cash could improve the debt load on the franchise, potentially allowing the Senators to move closer toward the salary cap, where Melnyk has promised fans he will go eventually. There are doubters out there, of course, but it's the fans who will and should ultimately hold Melnyk to his words. They are always the MVPs, the most valuable people. Warren at postmedia.com, twitter.com/citizenwarren. Also in the news, Gary Ock game report, Decord stops 35 but no victory in his Senators debut. Ottawa 67's coach sees March Madness in April. Nilsson proves his worth again as Senators beat Rangers.